Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here because I've got something really super important to talk about. I'm going to share with you how time spreads can become your go-to trading strategy with this really great trading system that I developed. Before we get started, options are not for everyone. Read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investor services at theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. And everything we're doing here is providing generalized information, not specific to your specific situation. Now, I'd like to make sure that you can hear me and that I can see your questions, and that you can find the questions box so you can participate and get the most out of this as possible. Please go to the questions box and tell me, what would it mean to you if you could literally see what top traders from the best trading firms in the world were trading at the very moment they make the trade? Hit that questions box right now. That will let me know that you can find the questions box so that you can participate and get the most out of this today as possible. And on top of that, you'll be able to get all your questions answered. So hit that questions box and tell me in a couple of words, what would it mean to you if you could see what all the world's top traders from the best trading firms were trading right now at this very moment? Hello, Kat. Mike says that would be interesting. Yes. Mark just says that would be awesome. Dan, hey, Dan says it would mean everything. Ashley says I would make more money. Yeah, keep them coming. I like this. I like where we're going with this. David just simply says a lot. Okay. Jay says coming in loud and clear and worth a bunch. Kat says less prep. I just copy. Okay. Thank you, Kat. Good to hear from you. Sterling says it would mean that I got very lucky. Yeah. Lawrence says a lot. Michael, that would be informative. Juan, motivation. George just says great. Well, let's start out talking about what kind of trades we're talking about. We're going to start out with, what is a time spread? Well, there's two types of time spreads, a call time spread and a put time spread. A call time spread is when you sell a call, typically at the money, and then buy a different call with the same strike price, but the one you're buying has more time until expiration. And of course, they're both on the same underlying. Hello, Rebecca. Geez, you're all over the world, woman. And a put time spread is the same thing. You're selling one put and buying one with the same strike with more time until expiration on the same underlying. That's it. Now, some people will also call these calendar spreads or horizontal spreads. Now, why time spreads? We're putting things on our side with time spreads and treating the characteristics of options that give us an advantage. To start with, options lose value as time passes. When we sell options, we get that advantage, but we need to take some things into account to make it work. The most important being, selling options can have very high risk, so we need a way to greatly limit the potential loss. With time spreads, we benefit from time decay, all right? But we have a long option as a hedge to limit our loss. There are a variety of times to use time spreads. In a range-bound market, collecting theta can be a winning opportunity. We can use a directional setup to get an extremely low risk, high leverage trade. And a lot of professionals use them to roll when they see that a move that they're positioned for now, but expiration is coming, will continue. Now, not too long ago, I saw that a big trader made a time spread trade that showed what he or she was expecting a stock called FLY, to be trading around $20 a share 2 days later. That is what the trader positioned this for and traded this time spread for. And later, well, it turns out that the trader was absolutely correct on this and just nailed it. In Meta, earlier, another trader bought 2,225 time spreads. This time, it was a directional time spread. Someone was expecting the stock to move lower, which in fact it did. It moved lower 4 days later, and the trader could have locked in a $578,500 winner. So here's the question: who is making trades like this? Well, I spent a lot of my career being among professional traders, watching the market, watching it like I am on a stakeout. I've dedicated my career to getting and putting to use the available market information that most traders miss. Information of what professional traders are actually trading right now. Imagine the amount of time you could save and how much better you'd trade with the same information. A professional trader who has all the tools, all the training, who does all the research, and you get to see exactly what trades he or she makes based on that research. Man, imagine the stress that it would save you. Imagine how much of an advantage you would have. It's like such an incredible advantage, and you can have access to this information. Here is my promise to you. I'm going to share with you a way to get access to professional traders' trades live, real time, so that you can trade with the exact same information that only the most elite traders have and piggyback the trades of the best trading firms in the world without having to do any of the research yourself. It sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, no, it doesn't sound pretty good. It sounds great. So at the end of this presentation, I will share how you can take the next step so you can start getting these results right now. Is that a fair deal? Yeah. Hit that questions box again for me. Are you liking this? What do you say? Is that a fair deal? At the end of this presentation, I'll share how you can take the next step so that you can start getting these results right now. Give me a big old yes. Yes, 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 yes. Damon says yes, all caps. Ashley says yes, all caps. Mark says yes. Diane says yes. Will says yes. You guys are fired up today, man. Frank, Irving, Gregory, I get a fantastic. I love that. George says yes. David says yes. Dan says yes. Yeah, all right. Jay says yes, exclamation point. All right. Well, great. Be sure to stay until the end of the presentation. The most important things I'll share come later. And to keep the focus, I'm going to hold all questions. If you have a question, please write it down and I will get to it later. So let's keep it positive and let's have some fun today, shall we? I'm Dan Passarelli. I traded for years down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I wrote 2 of the most popular books on option trading. I've worked with every major options broker and options exchange in the US and abroad, and I get to be on TV a lot, which is kind of fun. I was just messaging back and forth with one of the talent people from Bloomberg right before I got on to talk to you today. But all that stuff, that's important. Trading's very important, but this is really who I am and what I do. And these things, the most important thing to me are my family. My wife, Kathleen, my kids. One of the things we all like to do together as a family is travel. We enjoy new cities, learning about new cultures, nature. We enjoy food and wine. We've been all over the world together. We're going to be in Greece next week. We're also a musical family. We enjoy listening to music as well as playing it. These are the things that are important to me, and trading helps me be able to do them. But hey, enough about me. Let's talk about the important person here. You. Why do you trade? In fact, while we're talking, go ahead and type into the questions box in a couple of words, what is your reason for trading? Is it to have a wealth building activity that allows you free time to play golf or whatever? Or to buy some fun toys like a convertible to ride around in? Family vacations to an amazing home you found on Airbnb or something? To give more money to your family? Yeah, I want to know. Church, charity, what is it? Why do you trade? Why do you trade? I just saw Juan's comment from earlier. That's great. Why do you trade? Frank says it's fun. And you know what? That's a valid reason. And that's a really good reason. It keeps your mind sharp. You know, it's better than doing the crossword puzzle. It keeps your mind really sharp. Ashley says to give to my church. Excellent. Michael says, generate monthly income. I'm retired. James says to make money. Different Frank here says to have fun and make money. Kat says keeps my brain active. Yep. Will says put my kids through college. Yep. Robert, it's a competitive and fun thing to do. Oh yeah, man. You guys are all about the fun. I am too. I love trading for that reason. Sterling says maintain my capital holdings. Yeah, man. Gregory, extra income, pretty related. Juan, it's a challenge. George says provide extra income to my retirement. All these things are possible, and they're all great reasons. Benjamin Franklin once said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. To make a winning trade, you have to have knowledge about the company you're trading, information about the forces that are driving the stock price, right? Wouldn't you like to know everything there is about all the companies you trade, every single news article, every number and word in their financial statements? That would be great, wouldn't it? But that's not realistic. First of all, you only retain 10% of what you learn. After today's training, you're going to forget 90% of what I said. You're going to need to reinforce it. Second, the massive amount of time it takes to uncover all the information there you need to make great trades, it's too much for one person to do. Did you know that according to macro trends, last year in 2025, Goldman Sachs spent $710 million on research. That's almost $750 million. What a lot of people don't realize is that when professional traders make some of these huge trades where they make millions of dollars, it's the research desk that does the heavy lifting. At a professional trading firm, the research desk is a team of a whole bunch of extremely smart people with advanced level degrees from the best schools in the world. And they're trained to find the information that leads to the big trades that the traders at the firm then make. The research desk puts in a massive amount of time, and then the traders just look at the smartest way to trade it, which is a skill in and of itself. That because they need to see what leads to the highest profit. Here, look here. To set up and make a trade, there are basically three parts that I just described. There's research, which takes up most of your time. Identifying the trade that makes the most money from that research, which again, highly trained skill, still takes a lot of time. And then there's the easy part. You click the button and enter the trade, right? Clicking the buy button is the easy part. Those of you who know me, you know that I always speak the truth and tell it like it is, right? I don't hold anything back. Well, the sad reality is that no one trader has time to do all this, not to the degree that it takes to have enough information to make the informed decisions that traders at the big trading firms have. The truth is, we can't compete with them. What if there was a way to just do the easy part? What if you could somehow get all the research that the research desks uncover and know how to set up the positions so you make the most money? And all you have to do is make the trade. Well, it is possible. In fact, you can get alerts of these trades when they happen. I've discovered that often time spreads reveal a great deal of information, and and sometimes they're the statistically most strategic trades made by institutional traders. But before I share how to get alerted to trades professional traders are making that telegraph this information, first let me share with you the knowledge of time and money. Let's look at the big picture. In trainings like this, I often ask, what's more valuable, time or money? But I'm not going to do that today. The answer is a universal truth. Time is more valuable than money, right? That's for the simple fact that you can always make more money. That is the easy part, but you can never get your time back. Time is precious. What if you only had 30 minutes a day to trade? Well, there are some trading styles that would be impossible with that time constraint. Day trading, gamma scalping, momentum trades on short time frames. Those are all impossible to trade for people who have busy schedules. Because we're talking about time spreads today, the trades are not urgent like momentum trades or day trades. They're ideal for traders with busy schedules or for traders who have the time but like to spend it more efficiently. Let's go through an example. Let's say a trader is studying a stock and thinks it'll stay in a range for the rest of the week. Okay, it's hovering around $200 a share. So the trader can position him or herself to make money as long as the stock stays around $200 a share over the next 3 days by selling the 200 strike calls that have 3 days until expiration. And at the same time, as part of the same trade, they also buy the 200 calls that have 10 days until expiration. So they sell the 3-day calls at $2.52 and buy the 10-day calls at $4.35. So let's see, they collect $2.52, pay out $4.35. That's $1.83 this trader is paying for the time spread. $1.83 of option premium is $138. On a 10 lot like this is, that's $1,830. If the best case scenario happens and the stock is at the shared strike price of $200 at expiration, and I'll share with you why in just a few minutes, this trader can make around $1,670, which comes out to about 91% in the 3-day life of this trade, and do so with limited risk. But we can't just think about the profits. We also need to think about the risk. We also need to think about the probability of winning. So let's start there. This is a probability curve. The horizontal axis is the stock price, and the vertical axis is the probability of the stock being at that price. So what I have here is a bell curve. Finance professors who love getting technical, using fancy terms, they'll say that the stock prices are log normally distributed. So this is not exactly technically correct, but a close enough artist rendition. Here's what this shows. Simply put, smaller moves, these little ones, are more probable than bigger moves. If we look at the past 30 closing prices, if here is today's stock price, most expected future prices will fall here close to where today's stock price is. But a small number would have closing prices farther away from where the stock is now. The stock was at $200.21 at the time of the trade in our example. The way this time spread was constructed, the most probable scenario is that the trade makes money. Only if the less likely big move happens does the trade lose. And that has huge implications. First, the objective is not to do this once, to make one trade. It's to make these trades that have a better chance of winning over and over again every day. More wins compounded over time can grow your account exponentially. That's great if you have a small account and want to grow it into a bigger account. And that's also great if you have a big account and want to grow it yet bigger. Now, remember that probability curve we were just looking at a minute ago? This almost kind of looks like it, doesn't it? The blue line is the profit or loss at the expiration day of the 3-day option. So let's overlay that probability curve here. It's kind of the same concept, right? Moves too far up or down, the trade loses. If it does the most statistically probable thing, the trade wins. This diagram actually shows some pretty key information. Now, again, the blue line is the profit or loss of the trade at expiration 3 days from now. The best case scenario is the stock is right at $200, the shared strike price here. At expiration, I should say, to be specific. Now, we don't expect the stock to be right exactly there, but just close. We can still reap a solid profit if the stock is anywhere in this range here, as long as it's between the two break evens, which in this case is $196.02 and $204.36. That's where the stock is a winner, anywhere between there. If it falls below 196.02 or rises above 204.36 and is there at expiration, the trade can be a loser. The most this trade can lose is the amount the trader paid for it, $1.83 a contract. So the break evens are 2.1% and 2.07% away from the current stock price, respectively. So the odds of success are in favor of the trade winning, but not massively. We need a way to improve those odds above and beyond that professor math and above and beyond what the probability curve tells us. Now, remember those option prices we were looking at? What if there was a way to get a better price where you lose less if the trade goes wrong, make more if it goes right, and the break evens are wider, so the likelihood of success is greater? That'd be great, right? Well, there is a way to do that. If the options we're selling, if the option we are selling is more expensive, the spread would have a net lower price, right? Makes sense? The same value subtracting a bigger amount, you're paying less. So like here, we're paying $4.35 for this one and selling this one at $2.52. So a net price we're paying of $1.83. If we took 435 minus something more than 252, it would mean we're paying less than $1.83, right? Make sense? The lower the spread cost, the less risk. Plus, the profit potential would be greater. And the best part is the break evens would be wider too, thus making it more likely to make money. And this is the secret sauce. This is why time spreads work so well right now. In fact, this might be the best time ever to be trading time spreads. That is, if they're set up with edge. We need to sell overpriced options while at the same time buying relatively underpriced options. And the tool we use to analyze the relative value is called the implied volatility term structure. Now that's a fancy term. There's kind of a lot to it. And again, I'm simplifying this and in some ways oversimplifying. Later, I'll share where you can get a resource that makes doing all of this extremely simple. But basically, we look for situations where the option we're selling has a higher implied volatility than the option we're buying. All right, remember this guy staking out the market? Well, the stakeout is the first part of any case, right? Watch their moves, see what they're doing, but what's next? You've seen the crime dramas, right? Columbo, Kojak, Law and Order, Scarpetta. What comes next? Book 'em, Dano, right? Well, let's get the facts. Let's find the motive. Let's get them to spill the beans about what they did and why. Build the case. We want to see what really happened, and that's exactly what we do with this trading system. We watch what trades the big traders are making, and then we figure out why. We do our version of an under the hot lights interrogation, and we find out the rationale behind the trade to see if we should jump on and follow along. But the thing is, we've gotten so good at this that we've become great at cracking the case. It's like waterboarding the market rather than just asking a couple of questions. And we make it super simple by using what I call the genius method. After we see what professional traders are trading, we verify the technical setup using support and resistance, that we can trade favorable volatilities. There's no planned announcements that can cause the stock to lose. This gives us an unfair advantage. They say you become an expert if you do something for 10,000 hours. How long would it take you to log 10,000 hours of experience? A year? Well, 10,000 hours in a year, that's 10,000 divided by 52 weeks. It's about 200 hours a week. So no, we're looking at many, many years. So I figured out a way to skip putting in the 10,000 hours to learn to be an expert, because we're letting the experts do the work for us. We're letting the team of the best researchers in the world do the time-consuming but extremely thorough research. We let the top traders in the world interpret the research to figure out the best money-making trade. And we just do the easy part. We're piggybacking on the 10,000 hours of expertise in research, tactics, and strategy that all these other folks have accumulated over a lifetime. And not just from one firm, but many firms. You're not just seeing what Goldman Sachs is doing, but also JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, Citigroup, BlackRock, all the best trading firms in the world who have the best traders and best research teams that make all the best trades. Now, before I get into seeing how the trades the institutions are making, let's look at what this looks like in real life. In NVIDIA, on February 18th at 10:04 in the morning, a big institutional trader bought 1,000 of the February 18th, that's the day's expiration, so the February 18th, February 20, 187.5 call time spreads at $1.45. That's right. NVIDIA now has Monday and Wednesday expirations too. So what this means is that trader sold short 1,000 of the February 18th 187.5 calls, and at the same time, as part of one trade, also bought 1,000 of the February 20th 187.5 strike calls. That is a time spread. Two different expirations, same strike price. Because the February 20th calls had more time until expiration, they had more premium. Thus, the trader paid $1.45 when the trade was made. $1.45 of option premium is $145 of actual money, right? Well, this is 1,000 contracts. So that is $145,000. This is a pretty huge trade. And it's obviously somebody smart. I might want to be part of it. The trader must have been expecting the stock to fall just slightly that day, because the trader could have closed the trade near the end of the day and made up to $75,000 by the afternoon, which is about a 52% return. You think that was a solid return for a few hours? Well, what if you were alerted about this trade the second it happened? Well, a small trader following along and trading just 5 contracts, well, they could have made $375. Now, $375 doesn't look like a lot compared to $75,000. But imagine doing this many times over and over again. This is what leads to this being a wealth building activity, even and especially for smaller traders. But bigger traders might consider trading somewhat bigger trades. I mean, a 10-lot trader could have increased his or her account by $750. 20-lot trader could have brought in $1,500 in less than a day. 52% is 52%. It scales with your account size. So this is a great trading method for traders of all account sizes. And by the way, if time spreads or even options in general are new to you, or maybe you're not 100% clear yet on everything that we're talking about, well, in just a few minutes, I'm going to share how to make all of this super, super easy. Okay. Now, I mentioned a moment ago about how these trades can be scaled to any account size, and most have a shorter time frame too. This is a perfect example. In Ford, on January 20th at 2:23 and 56 seconds in the afternoon, a trader bought 1,631 of the February 6th, February 20th, 14 strike call time spreads at 17 cents. So this trader sold 1,631 of the February 6th, 14 strike calls, and at the same time also bought the February 20th, 14 strike calls, paying a total of 17 cents per contract, or $17 in real money. If this trader held the trade until the expiration of the short option, he or she could have locked in up to $27,727. Now, that's a smaller trade than the last one we looked at, but this is why this is so versatile and beneficial for small traders as well as huge traders alike. Imagine you have a small account that you're trying to grow, and you see this trade the millisecond it happens. A trader following along and trading just a 5-lot time spread could add $85 to his or her account. A trader who typically trades 10 lots could have made $170. Who knows? Might be adding, 5% to the account in just a week. Bigger traders who want to scale this trade might trade a 50-lot. Investing just $850 into the trade could have made almost $850, like 100% profit, whichever way you look at it, in just 2 weeks. A somewhat bigger trader might buy a 100-lot, investing $1,700 and coming away with about a $1,700 profit. Wow. And then, oh boy, and then we have this one in Intel, symbol INTC, on March 2nd at 12:43 and 11 seconds in the afternoon. 10,000 of the March 20th, April 17th, 50 call time spreads traded at $1.30. If this trader decided to exit the position at the end of the day on March 11th, which was still 9 days shy of the short options expiration, he or she could have profited up to $750,000. Kapow. Yes, management is very important with these positions. These are career-making trades, literally. You don't trade that amount of money without knowing something. What kind of knowledge do they have to trade that much money? More importantly, how long would it take you to get that knowledge and make that trade? Who do they know? What have they heard? What other factors have they considered that you and I haven't? Even if you're just dealing with thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, you can get the benefit of their knowledge, feed off their trades. It's like that symbiotic relationship of the fish that clean the whales. The whales get big and the fish follow along and they reap the benefits too. We see straight time spreads like where the stock is forecast to stay basically where it is, but many trades are directional time spreads like the last one and this one on Alphabet, symbol GOOGL. On January 5th at 2:06 and 44 seconds, a big trader bought 250 contracts of the January 9th, January 16th, 325 call time spreads at $1.85. Now note, at the time the stock was $316.54 with just 4 days to go to expiration. Because the stock price is different from the strike price, this is a directional time spread. Remember the other example? The ideal situation is that the stock is trading at the shared strike price at expiration. This stock is at $316.54, and the strike price is $325. That's $8.46 higher. So this trade was looking for Google to rise a little over, just a little over the next 4 days. The advantage of a directional time spread compared with just buying a call is that the overly simple long call would lose money as time passes, while long time spreads have time working for them. Even with directional time spreads, the stock can actually move a little the wrong way and the trade can still make money. Again, we're looking at the smartest trades strategized by the smartest traders. Well, guess what? Google ended up moving up and closing just below $325 on expiration day. Wow. Now, like I said, we can't expect the stock to close exactly at the strike price most of the time, but, and it doesn't have to either. But if this trader held the trade to expiration day, which in this case was just 4 days later, this trader could have made an easy $31,250 profit. Imagine you see this trade the millisecond it happens. Well, a trader following along and trading just a 5-lot could add $625 to his or her account. 10-lot traders could have brought in $1,250. 20-lot traders could have made $2,500 just following along. So I wanted to share these few examples so that you get a good feel for how this works. I have dozens of examples how all this works in even greater detail that I will be sharing in a boot camp video class. In just a few minutes, I'll share how you can get access to that boot camp. Now, here's something really important and kind of the best part. This system isn't just about seeing the trades. It's also about having the deep understanding needed to put the power into your own hands and trade them yourself. The power so that you can go from the confusion, wondering why the trade didn't work, to the consistency of an experienced trader. Do you want to be lucky or good? Luck is great. I'll take it, but you can't control it. But you can control good. What we're doing here is removing the guesswork to create a measurable, positive expected return by first seeing the professional trader's trades, but then also arming you with the knowledge and skills to put all the criteria in your favor as well. A specific method I developed to boost the win rate of these trades above and beyond how the average trader trades time spreads, above and beyond the professor math, and even above and beyond how a lot of professional traders trade even. Because you are going to cherry pick just the best of these trades, and it is easier than you think. Time Spread Genius is here. Every day, you'll get real-time alerts when traders are trading a large volume of time spreads. You'll be the first to spot these trades so you can participate in the best trades in the market using my proprietary trade triggers to see exactly when the trade's happening real time. Then follow a simple checklist to verify the trade, and it's all extremely simple. I'm sharing this now so you can start getting the results that you deserve. Like this one on January 20th in HROW, that's Harrow Inc. A trader could have followed the institutional traders who traded 280 of the February 20th, March 20th, 55 call time spreads. You could have invested $1,070 on a 5-lot and got back $630 profit. A 20-lot trader could have potentially made $2,520. Now, the next one was a little more expensive, but it sure did well. In Meta on February 18th, a trader could have bought 5 of the February 20th, February 25th, 640 call time spreads at $4.20 and made up to $850 on just a 5-lot. 10-lot could have made $1,700. And look at this beauty from a same-day beauty on ABBV. A big trader could have bought 400, well, a big trader did buy 451 of the March 13th, March 20th, 230 call calendars at $1.05. It turns out, if you'd followed along with him or her, a 5-lot would have profited $275 way before expiration even. So let's talk about who this is not for. To be clear, this is not for people looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not that kind of strategy. This is about having a system that drives consistent overall results. And it's not for people who love spending hours and hours going through thousands and thousands of charts to hopefully find a halfway decent trade. This is designed to save you time. Your time is valuable. These trades can literally be made in a couple of minutes, not hours, because all the information just pops up right on your screen. And this is also not for wishy-washy procrastinators, overthinkers. Wishy-washy people who see a good investment but can't make a decision to save their lives, they don't make good traders. But I know that's not you. Let's talk about you. Who is this for? This is for you. If you want a true edge over the market, this is for you. If you want your trading to be easier and less time consuming, this is for you. If you have a busy schedule and can't look at the market all day long, this is for you. If you can follow a few simple steps, and if you are willing to invest in yourself. Are you? Good. Because I want to invite you to join us and start using the Time Spread Genius system right away. So first, you're going to get the Time Spread Genius scanner. So every day, you'll get real-time alerts when the big institutions are trading time spreads on neutral stocks, directional stocks, or rolls that tip off what their research tells them the stock will do. This simple scanner searches the universe of over 5,000 stocks for the setup and makes it possible to find the trades you would never have access to without it. This is my easy-to-use alert system that instantly alerts you to big institutional time spread trades. With this, you can see unbiased trade information, no pundits, no analysis, just the real trade data, real time. You get password access to these real-time trade triggers sent directly from the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I've pulled some strings for you. I've negotiated a contract with the SIBO for you to get professional trade data you can't get from any other source. Nowhere else, not your broker, not anyone. I, as a professional in this field, I pay for the data because not only is it expensive, it's about $7,000 a month for professionals, but it's not available to non-professionals at any price until now. And the best part is it's all legal. When you sign up, you'll sign up as yourself, a non-professional trader, and get access to these signals through this deal that I made with the exchange on your behalf. This is both powerful and it's easy. Let me ask you, when the plumber comes by for 30 minutes to fix a busted pipe, you're not paying him for his 30 minutes, are you? Not really, right? You're paying him for his 30 years of experience. So I decided to save you years of time and put everything you need to know from my over 30 years of experience into a few super short, quick, easy videos to get you up and running so you can start using Time Spread Genius right away. This video training course, it's designed to reveal step by step exactly how and why the Time Spread Genius system works, which trades to follow, how to set up the trades, and of course, targets and trade management. Because every step is laid out for you, trading Time Spread Genius removes all the emotion from your trading. It makes it easier to get the results that you deserve to have. So what this means is first you're going to get Time Spread Genius trade triggers just popping right up on your screen, live, real time to the millisecond. And you're going to know exactly how to do it. You're going to get up and running right away with the Accelerator video course. Now, the bottom line is, I know this can work for you because I'm going to make sure you have all the training you need to make it work. Today, you will also get access to the Time Spread Genius Bootcamp video. This is the complete masterclass on every single aspect of trading the Time Spread Genius so that you can maximize your chances of success. Even if you've never traded an option before, you'll understand a simple approach to time spread trading so you can trade with a high probability of success right along with professional traders. Now, this boot camp was recorded from a live half-day class so you can watch it on demand whenever it is convenient for your schedule and go back and review as much as you want. The Time Spread Genius Bootcamp is a $3,750 value. So you're going to get the trade triggers popping up on your screen. You're going to get up and running fast, watching a couple short videos, and you're going to totally have this mastered with the Time Spread Genius Bootcamp. It's a $6,000 valued package. This is the updated MTM spreadsheet trade tracker. This is my personal spreadsheet for monitoring all of my trades. I've put it into a template that now you can use too. Its formulas are designed to easily calculate all the criteria that you need to analyze, trade, and manage your time spreads, and even other types of trades too. I've made it so simple to track your trades, it is like cheating. So what that means is you're going to get the trade triggers, the accelerator videos, you're going to have mastery of it after what you watch the boot camp, and you're going to make sure you're trading every single step of the trade so that you never make a mistake with the trade tracker. Time Spread Genius works on all platforms. Just open a simple browser window to deliver all your trade triggers real time. There's no special software. Trade on your platform of choice, doesn't matter. But do you know what the best part of this is? Want me to tell you? It's the working leverage. Here's what I mean by that. Typically, more leverage means more risk, right? But in this case, less work means more return. You are leveraging your time. Look, so this took me well over a year to develop. I've done 50% of the work for you. The institutional traders and their teams, I mean, they find the trades, they figure out the best way to trade them. They've done 48% of the work for you. You do just 2% of the work, and you get to keep 100% of the profits you earn. Buy now. You can see why the Time Spread Genius trading system is a steal, even at $6,500 bucks. If all this did for you was identify the best neutral and directional time spreads in the market, or show, rolls so you know what the direction the insiders think a stock is going, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? But today, this is not $6,500 because you have made the investment of being here live on this training, and for being one of my action takers. You deserve to be rewarded. You're better than millions of other traders out there who don't put in the effort. Millions. And I want you to have the result that you deserve. Get started today for a small, easy investment of only $247. But you have to take massive action by going to markettaker.com/TSG right now. 1, 2, 3, go. That's markets as in stock market. Taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/TSG, short for Time Spread Genius. Now, a lot of times I say this is limited to the first 20 people or something like that. We do limit it sometimes to the first 20 people. In fact, Bobby says I should definitely limit this to 20 people because this is a steal, right? But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to do it. I want as many people to have this as possible, and all for just $247 a month. So let's talk about that. Why would I give such a huge discount for actual professional traders' trades? Why would I do that? Well, because it is my objective to create 1,000 trader success stories this year. And this powerful tool is your best opportunity to help accomplish that goal together, to be part of this group, to be one of our great success stories. And you might ask, hey, what happens after the first month? Look, like you, I sign up for a lot of online classes. I invest in myself too. I estimate I've invested over $100,000 over the past maybe about 5, 6, 7 years on classes to improve my life in various ways. When I see an amazing trial price like this for something, I figure, yeah, after that deeply discounted first month, well, then it goes to full price, right? And that's fair. I get to try it before I buy it. If I'm making $5,000 a month on this, I mean, I'm in. But you know what? I don't really believe in that. I don't believe in that for me, and I don't believe in that for you. So when you join today, and I am talking right now, going to markettaker.com/TSG. When you join literally right now, you are going to get this for $247 a month. You get to keep that locked in price for life. Now, when I say for life, again, you're not locked into any long-term contract. You can cancel anytime. In fact, in 27 days, we send you an email that says, are you loving it? Do you want to renew? And if you don't want to, no questions asked, cancel anytime. But if you can get the results that I'm showing you are possible with this, goodness gracious, your odds are, just from historical situations, you're probably never going to cancel this. Now, I was not kidding. These trades come directly from the CBOE. In fact, as soon as you join us at markettaker.com/TSG, you will be taken to the CBOE subscriber agreement from the exchange. Now, again, that's because of the deal I worked out with the exchange so that I pay for the data. And because you're a non-professional, only through me can you get this data. So they require everyone to complete this form first. This should be what you are seeing right now. If not, go right now to markettaker.com/TSG. As a reminder, this is what you get. As soon as you join, like the folks who just did, and I'll read the names in a second, but as soon as you join, this is what you get. You get the trade triggers, which, how do you access it? You literally click a link in your email, type in a password, and it's on your screen. The professional traders trades popping up live real time to the millisecond. You're going to get that when you sign up, the trade triggers, and you're going to get up and running immediately because all you have to do is watch a couple of short videos and you're going to have the system down pat. Now, I know some of you love to be great traders and you want to master time spreads. You want to master using Time Spread Genius. So you're going to watch the boot camp video and you are going to become that master. You will also want to make sure you're not making any mistakes on it. So we're going to give you the spreadsheet trade tracker so that you can make sure you're hitting every single step and not missing any so that you can't screw it up. All right, I would like to welcome some of our new Time Spread Genius traders. Welcome and congratulations also to Jennifer. Jennifer, nice work. Welcome and good job investing in yourself. I made it easy for you, didn't I? Welcome, Matt. Nice job, Matt. Welcome, Dan. Dan the man. Thank you. Good job, Dan. Welcome, David. Nice work, David. Welcome, Mark. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome, Diane. Welcome, Will. Welcome, David. Another David. I think there are two Davids. Okay, now I get some questions time to time. And one of those questions is, hey, Dan, can I finance this? Now, we offer the monthly version here, right? It's $247. But if you were to need to finance whatever it is you need to finance, you can do it. You can use PayPal and just simply choose PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit, so you can lock in Time Spread Genius today when you check out using PayPal and choose PayPal credit. How do you use PayPal? Just go to markettaker.com/TSG and click the PayPal button and get started literally right now. There's an extra bonus here. Those of you who are not yet in this, I didn't show this on the slides. You will also get access to the greatest trader chat room in the world. If I don't mind saying so myself. The MTM community chat room, which is all in Slack. You can ask questions of me or of John, who's our other coach, who's amazing. Even some of our other students, they get together and trade together. That is a great bonus. Now, do you mind if I over deliver? Mind if I over deliver? Okay, good, because that's just what I'm going to do. In addition, you're going to get one more bonus. You're going to get a strategy call with our expert, Juan. So Juan is an expert on trader vision. He's going to give you a call after you get signed up here. And he's not going to talk about Time Spread Genius. All that is in the videos, but he's going to help see where you're having problems in your trading, what hurdles you need to get over, and what you're being successful with that you can build on, and together come up with a plan to take your trading to the next level. This is a $500 value, and that is limited only to people who join right now. People whose names I read and people who actually just popped in here also here. Who else just joined us right now? Jay, welcome, Jay. Nice work. Damon, welcome, Damon. Stephen, welcome, Stephen. Kumar, welcome, Kumar. You guys are doing awesome. Now, with the trade triggers, the accelerator video course, the half-day boot camp, and the newly updated spreadsheet trade tracker, you are also getting the MTM community chat room, the 30-minute strategy call with Juan to get you to that next level with your overall trading. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take questions. I see I have some questions queuing up. Before I answer those questions, let me answer some of the frequently asked questions. What if I can't install it properly? Well, there's nothing to install. All you got to do is open your email, click the link, type in the password that's in the email, and boom, a browser window pops up. Your trades are there live, real time. Is this time consuming? No, that is the whole point of this. I know you're busy. I've designed Time Spread Genius so you can literally trade this system in just a few minutes per trade. What if I can't figure it out? Well, you get both short videos in the accelerator course for reference, plus the half-day boot camp sharing everything you need to master time spreads. Okay, what if I have a small account? Well, do you like having a small account? Because what's going to change if you don't change it? You want to grow it into a bigger account, right? Look, consistency is the most important criterion. Also, when you go to markettaker.com/TSG, you will also get the risk-free scanner swap. What that means is if you try out Time Spread Genius and it doesn't work for you in any way, we will let you swap it out for one of our other scanners. Take away all your risk. All right, now I'm going to answer some questions. If you have, and then I'm going to welcome the rest of the people who just joined. I'm going to answer some questions. Okay. Scott, are each of the geniuses, yeah, Scott, email me about that, okay? Frank. I'm sorry, not Frank, Fredwick. Let's see here. Damon asked this question earlier. He actually signed up already, but his question was, do I have to install software? The answer is no. You do not have to install any software at all. All you have to do, like if you can open up your email, you already have a brokerage account, you're in, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. Another question, will this work with my trading platform? If you can trade options on your trading platform, Yep, this will work with it. How many trades come through a day? Oh, that's a good question. There can be, I mean, sometimes are better times than others for time spreads. Like right now is in like an amazing time for time spreads, which I know many of you know who hear from John Kamisik on a regular basis. He's been killing it with those. And you know, today we had probably about 15 that came through. And remember, some of these tell you not just, hey, this is a great trade that a professional's making, but they also give you an indication, hey, this is a roll trade, meaning this trader believes that this stock that's been going up, that they've been making money on, is going to continue going up. It gives you like all this information. Your mind is going to be blown when you learn all this stuff about how professional traders trade. And then let's see, should I follow every single trade? No, you shouldn't. Some of them are informational. Some of them might not fit your trading style. That's why we give these all to you. You know, anyone, I spent a long time going back and forth with my friends at the CBOE to figure out the exact criteria for this. And we got it pretty darn perfect. Can I access it from my mobile device? Absolutely. You can set up your phone next to your trading station, or you can just look at it on your phone and trade on your trading platform on your phone too. If you can open up, you know, we call it a browser, which is like Safari, Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox. If you can get on the internet, that's all you need. That's all you need. What if I miss a trade? No big deal. There will be more. There will be more. And I'll tell you what, a lot of times I'm teaching a class like this, or maybe I'm taking a lunch break or something, run to the bathroom, and I come back and I see maybe an hour later. Well, not if I go to the bathroom. If we have a lunch break, maybe. It'll be a long time in the bathroom. But, you know, I say, oh, geez, I missed this trade from an hour ago. And I'll say, is it still good? And yep, this one is still valid. I like it. I'm going to trade it. Or sometimes I'll say, oh, no, the stock moved a little bit. I don't like it as much. Doesn't matter. But more often than not, yeah, even if you catch it a couple hours later, a lot of times they're still good. I've traded them the next day, as a matter of fact. How long will it take me to learn the system? Each of the accelerator videos is anywhere between like 4 to 10 minutes or something like that. And you probably don't even have to watch them all. You just have to watch the one on how to install it and a couple more. I mean, it's going to take you literally minutes to learn the system. Is the boot camp recorded? Yes. You don't have to wait a week or whatever for the live thing to happen. It's all recorded already. All you have to do is log in and watch it, and you'll be able to master the system. If it doesn't work for me, how do I cancel? Am I locked into a long-term contract? No, not at all. You're not locked into anything. You can cancel anytime. We're actually going to ask you in 27 days, do you want to cancel? And you know, you're going to tell me no, because almost nobody ever cancels. I mean, look at the value of what you're investing in. Goodness gracious. If you make updates and improvements to the scanner, will I get those? Absolutely, you will get those. And you know, the best part, you'll never even know. You'll just have better trades popping up. The way updates work is I'll come up with like a new thing that makes it give even better trades. And I'll call my friends at CBO and say, hey, listen, change this one thing to this thing. And they'll say, all right, done. And all of a sudden you're like, huh, I wonder why these trades are so much better now. I mean, they're already great, but I'm always striving to improve everything for me and for you. Do I have to have a big account to trade these? No, not at all. If you do have a big account, great, it scales. But all trading is based on percentages. So I mean, even if you have a super small account, if you make 50% on this trade, 70% on this trade, 45% on this trade, that starts adding up, man. Will I be at risk of being assigned? That is potentially possible, but we cover in the boot camp video how to maximize your chances of not getting assigned. I have never gotten assigned on one of these. I don't know anyone who's ever gotten assigned on one of these. You should be able to manage your assignment risk quite a bit. How long will this offer be available to me? This offer is available to you right now. And you are a trader. And I showed you the value here and showed you the very deeply discount that you can get. And if I'm only looking for people who see value and act on it and are not afraid to make a trade. So if you're not sure or have to ask your mom if it's okay, this is probably not for you. I'm looking for real traders who see value and attack and are ready to make money, not think about it the rest of their lives. Let's see here. Does the Excel spreadsheet have to be downloaded? Yeah, that spreadsheet trade tracker is downloadable and you get to keep it forever, which is kind of a crazy thing for me to do because that alone is worth a year's worth of this. I mean, if all you got out of this was that spreadsheet, God. So this is actually one of the last times that I'm going to be giving away that spreadsheet. We're in the process of replacing it into a web-based platform. So you'll be one of the last people to get to see basically all my secrets. What other questions we have here? Do you show how to place the trade on the Fidelity trading platform? Not specifically, but I mean, if you use it's basically the same thing. I mean, it's super easy. I use Fidelity and I use Thinkorswim, and yeah, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do it. We show you on the Thinkorswim platform, but maybe half of our traders use the Thinkorswim platform, maybe a little more than half. You don't have to by any stretch of the imagination. What sort of mentorship does it have? Asks Frank. So Frank, here's what you get. Two things. One, the community chat room. We want you to be successful with this. Therefore, we make it possible for you to ask us questions. That is very, very important to me. I want you to be successful with this. So as long as you are enrolled in TimeSpread Genius, you get to ask me and John questions in the Slack room. The other thing is the 30-minute strategy call. So Juan is an expert in trader vision. He is going to call you. He's not going to talk about TimeSpread Genius. He's not a trader. He's not going to talk about TimeSpread Genius. He's going to talk about what you need to get to that next level. And, maybe it's something as simple as a book. Maybe it's one-on-one coaching, which for people who are serious enough, a lot of times that is a call that they want to have to learn about. So you'll have the opportunity to learn about our one-on-one coaching and see if it's a good fit for you. Obviously, no obligation, but yeah, all that comes with it. And all the videos too. Sometimes people ask me a question about it and I'll say, well, did you watch the videos? And they'll say, no. I'll say, go watch the videos. And then I'll come back and say, yeah, I got all my answers. So, and especially the boot camp, it's good. It's very elaborate. Will other traders be able to see the same trades and act on them? No. Nope. These these trade triggers were literally created bespoke for me by the coders at the CBOE. No one else has these criteria in order to pop up trade triggers. It is a very, very specific set of criteria from literally my 30 years of learning how to trade time spreads. It's something special. Is there a way I can get personalized help if I need it? Yeah, sure. When Juan gives you a call after you join, ask him about what the details about one-on-one coaching. He'll set up with a call. You might even be able to set up a call with me or John Kamisik or something. We'll talk to you personally about it. If it's a fit, great, we'll get you signed up. And if it's not, I'll tell you it's not if I think it's not. So Gregory says, I am in process of filling out required information and the system asks organization. What should I put? Just put NA. Put NA as in non-applicable. Yeah, I asked them to like take that off there, but it's, I don't know, who knows? I don't know why they put it on there. What other questions can I, one more thing. Go right now to marketdigger.com/TSG. If you have a question, pop it in the questions box, or you can call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. And we've got operators standing by who can help you get signed up over the phone. Or if you've got one of these things, open it to the camera app and aim it at the bottom right corner of your screen. That funny looking square is called a QR code. And if you hold your camera app over it, a little yellow button will come up and you push it and you can just get signed up right there on your phone. Super easy. I mean, couldn't be easier, honestly. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us right now? Anyone? Yeah, let me check on that for you here, my friend. We just had a couple more people join us. That was probably the person Gregory, who just said that they were in the process. Oh, here's a good question. What is the quarterly option? All right. Every time I say this, Bobby yells at me. I'm not supposed to talk about this in the webinar. I know. I think Bobby left, so he might not yell at me unless he watches the recording. It's supposed to be like a little Easter egg for you, like a little surprise. Like, wow, this is an incredible discount that Dan is giving us this. It's $247 a month. It's like practically free for what I can get. And then you see, oh, but there's also a quarterly deal, which is $497 a month. So yes, you can choose the quarterly $497 a quarter, and actually save like, what does that come out to? Save another 33%. Goodness gracious. I mean, that's a frickin' steal. Golly. Yes, Sterling. So the risk-free scanner swap guarantee. If you sign up, use Time Spread Genius within the first 7 days, it's 7 days. If within the first 7 days you decide that it's not for you, we will, no questions asked, swap you to one of the other scanners that we have. There's one on credit spreads and, that kind of thing. You can, but just, you'll ask us, hey, do you have any other scanners? we've had to honor that guarantee maybe twice over the last several years. It barely ever happens because each one of the scanners does something unique and they're all great. You know, but yeah, that is your risk-free scanner swap guarantee. Let's welcome some more new folks here. Welcome to Tanumi. I know you've been with us for a long time, and I hope I said your name right. And Gregory, who joined. And Seth. Man, we got some people who care about themselves today. People who care about their families here today, who want better lives for themselves and their families. That is awesome. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. Welcome, Landon, who just joined us. How long is the boot camp? Oh, you know, it was a half-day class when I recorded it, so like 4 hours or something. But you know, there was like a couple breaks in there, and I edited it down so that it was, you know, if there was any like stuff that I repeated or wasn't that important or something, I took it out so that you make the most efficient use of your time. Good question. Good question. Good question. Peter, welcome. Nice job. All right. Do we have any final questions before we call it a day here? Do we have any final questions before we go? Oh, one just popped in here. We better get to that one. Oh, Suresh says, do we get trade recommendations by email? Nope, that is too slow. You get them literally the millisecond after they're made. So what you do is you sit and you have a window open on your computer with, you know, your Safari or your Chrome or Firefox open, and all you see is bloop, bloop, bloop. You see them pop up live real time. If it was email, you know, you might not check your email, you might not see it. That's a silly way to do it. Doesn't make sense for traders. Oh, great question. Sterling says, what kind of risk will I typically be taking on my trading account? I do talk about risk somewhat in the boot camp. With time spreads, the most you can lose is what you pay for the time spread, presuming obviously that you close it by expiration of the short-term option, which we show you how to do and tell you why it's important. So, you know, because that's the most you can lose, you just size that in your account. I mean, for people with small accounts, we say the time spread should not be more than 5% of the total net liquidating value of your account. If you have a bigger account, we say it shouldn't be more than 2%. So it's, you know, I encourage you to keep the risk low and just crank it out, be consistent. Gregory says, I just signed up. Should I schedule my 30-minute call right away? I forget, did Bobby put the Juan's calendar on the page afterwards? Did he do that? I kind of forget. If he did, yeah, schedule your call right away. Listening, is Juan even in here? Let's see. I can see if he's able to call you right now. Yeah, hey Juan, if you're in right now, maybe you can ask, because Bobby's here too. See if they're both paying attention. But Gregory here, who just signed up, wants to ask a question for Juan and type your phone number in there, Gregory. All right. Ask Juan a question, type your phone number in there and just say, can you call me now or call me tomorrow or call me whatever? The answer is yeah, I think you should schedule your call right away because look, Time Spread Genius is going to solve a lot of problems for you. As a trader, like running your business of being a trader, you want to be the best trader. I mean, for some people, it's just a hobby. You know, oh, it's kind of fun. I like it. It's nice. But for some people, they're serious. They want to be great at it. They want to have a feeling of control over their trading and be confident and be consistent uh, and and be successful. And if that's you, contact Juan right away. It gives you a calendar for tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I mean, go ahead and type your phone number in there for Juan. Just ask Juan a question. Say, can you call me now? And he'll give, and presuming he's listening, I think he is. Every once in a while, like he's on the phone with somebody else or whatever. But if he doesn't call you, just leave that web page open and or book it for tomorrow anyway. Book it for tomorrow. For me, but better be safe than sorry. So do both. Just do both. When will the boot camp be held? Suresh, good question. It's already been held and it's been recorded. And so you can, as soon as you join, all you have to do is boom, go log into the boot camp and watch it. You don't have to wait because the live one has already been recorded. Ah, there you go. I see Greg just did sign up for not just Times for Genius, but also got his appointment. I got a confirmation on my phone, actually. Welcome, David. Is that the second or third David that's joined? Welcome. Michael. Okay, cool, Gregory. Awesome. We will see you tomorrow on the call then. That'll be great. All right. Well, for everyone who did just join us and invested in themselves, great job. I mean, look, man, if you showed up tonight because either trading has not been going well or you've been struggling for a long time, or it's been going pretty good, but you want to do better, good job moving forward with Time Spread Genius. Good job investing in yourself. And I know it's not for everybody. If investing $247 in yourself is really scary because you're just not sure, then this probably isn't for you. Trading's probably not for you, you know? But those of you who did join, nice work. Good job. I made this to be an excellent opportunity. If I would have limited it to 20 people, like some of the members of our team suggested I do, well, I wouldn't have been able to help as many people as I have tonight. So great job for those of you who invested in yourself, and just nice work. We will see you next time. Now, let's see here. I stopped that, and I got some more questions that just came up. David says, woot, talk to you tomorrow. Awesome, David. Nice work, man. So no live training. No, this does not come with any live training, but I mean, the chat room is, I mean, it's real time as it takes somebody to reply, you know. And, you know, for those who joined when you talked to Juan, I mean, if you've always wondered, hey, you know, wonder what it would be like if I had somebody to work one-on-one with, you know, just talk to him. Just talk to him. He talks to a lot of people about one-on-one coaching. You have no obligation. If he thinks you're a good fit and you think it's a good fit, he'll probably have John Kamisic personally give you a call. All right. So that being said, here's what I'm going to do here. We are going to call this a day. We're going to call this a day. So I am going to set the alarm on my phone here for 4 minutes. And when it goes off, we're done. This deal goes away. So ready, set, and go. We got what, 3 minutes and 54 seconds, 353, 352, 351, 350. Go, 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 go. marketticker.com/TSG, or use your phone and go to the camera app, hover over the QR code, or call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. And yes, you have 3 minutes and 29 seconds, 28 seconds, 27, 26, 25. So go to marketticker.com/TSG. All right. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us? This is exciting. This is exciting stuff. Let's see who just popped in here now. This was Suresh. Nice work. Nice work, my friend. Yeah, you're going to love it. You're seriously, very seriously going to love it. Oh, yeah, and you used a little Easter egg treat there. Very smart of you. Did the quarterly, save yourself some dough. Who else here? Somebody else. Got this new system. It's hard for me to tell who's doing what over here sometimes. Number says unable to take your call. It could be that Juan's on the phone, Thetis. It could be that Juan's on the phone. If you, I don't know, I forget if you were one of the people who joined already. If you didn't join and you just had a question, just pop it in right here. I mean, I can answer it. We got about 2 minutes left. Yeah, we got like just over 2 minutes left. So pop it in right here. 708-381-1768. That is exactly right. That's what it says on the screen. I mean, you know, like there's not call waiting. So I think Juan is probably on the phone right now. So you have two choices. Call back in about 5 minutes, or just ask me the question. Or, I mean, I don't know. I was pretty thorough about this whole thing. Just take the plunge, man. Take the plunge. Do it. All right. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Kevin, welcome. Yeah, I was talking to you earlier today. Good job, man. I figured this would be for you. Yeah, I mean, when you can literally see what professionals are trading live real time, I mean, come on, man, right? Jeez Louise. Yeah, and you know, some of the time spreads that pop up, like one of the ones I was looking at here, one of them was like a 21-cent trade. That means you buy one of those time spreads, it costs you $21. I mean, you can be a player in those, man. You buy 10, it's 210 bucks. Buy 100, 2,100 bucks. And you know, some of them are bigger value, you know, bigger ticket items. And then you just do fewer contracts. You never size this based on the number of contracts. You size it on the amount. Jesus, that scared me. The amount being spent. It always happens. I set my alarm for things and it goes off and it scares the crap out of me. All right, that's it. You didn't take advantage of it. You're too slow. You're gonna be too slow to trade anyway. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, these, even if you're an hour late, most of the time, they're still valid trades that I'll participate in. I am going to leave this link up for just a little bit. Thetis, you can try calling Juan again now if you haven't already. But I encourage you just to go to markettaker.com/TSG, fill it all out. Place where it asks for organization, just put NA or something and knock it out. All right, Sterling, thanks for being here, my friend. We will talk soon, and welcome to all our new geniuses. See you next time. Bye.